Hey everyone, welcome back to my abridged playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda.
You can drive into the airlock, Pathfinder.
Exiles, heads up!
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Calla was right. Exiles everywhere. What would they want with this place?
Pathfinder, I detect a data pad nearby. It may provide answers.
Message for Alvis. Got plenty of helium-3 soil at this site, but I think we'll deplete it pretty quickly. Once we finish here, head back to the base. Crix will add it to the stash. In case you didn't get the new passcode, it's 63 at data corrupted.
They're mining helium-3?
The main component in shuttle fuel, Pathfinder. It can also be used to make highly effective explosives.
Just what we need. Exiles with explosives. Let's get into that base.
The attached passcode is only a fragment. Data here indicates other mining domes. I've added the locations to your map.
Hey asshole, don't think flying off to the ass end of nowhere will save you. You still owe me 80k and you're going to make good. If I have to cart myself over to that broken dump and shake the credits out of you myself, I will. You better be making a haul over there, because when you come back, you've got me to answer to. Hey, you left without saying goodbye. You're coming back, right? Did I do something? 1 second you're telling me I'm the guy for you. We should settle down, try and make the best of Kadara. The next? Okay, forget it. You take all the time you need over there. Make your big score like you wanted. Then you can come back. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here, waiting. Do not respond. Automated receipt. Thank you for your purchase. Items. Asari Melding, Part 5. Quantity 1. Subtotal 50 credits. Convenience fee 2 credits. Platinum members discount minus 3 credits. Total 49 credits. If you have an issue with your purchase, please contact our customer service extranet address. Do not respond to this message. Mineral scan complete. 12 of 16.
Jet's not firing properly. Might want to take a look at it.
Shit. That's why it feels like I'm dragging a little to the left. And hey, thanks.
Looks like we can just drive in here.
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder. Data pad detected, Pathfinder.
Mineral scan complete. 13 of 16. To the asshole who stole my boots. I get it. We're all bored out here on this hellhole, so you need a little entertainment. You had your fun. Now give them back before I get frostbite on my goddamn toes. I'm not angry. Yet. But if I don't see those boots in the next 2 hours, whichever little shit did this is getting curb stomped into the excavator. I've been thinking. You ever stop and take a look at your life and think, how the hell did I get here? I'm lying here, trying to fall asleep, and all I can think about is what life would have been like if I hadn't taken part in that stupid rebellion. I had this picture of how my life was going to go. But Sloan got people so excited, I just kind of went with the flow without thinking of the consequences. Now I can't even remember what it was I wanted. Sorry, late night thinking and all that. Nothing I can do about it now. I guess you always just give such good advice. You were the first person I thought to contact. I don't expect you to say anything to make me feel better. I just needed to get it out. Sleep well. We'll talk soon. I'm fine. I know you're worried, but I'm okay, I promise. Eladin is fine. Sure, it's about 1,000 degrees, water is sold at a premium, and everyone is trying to kill me, but other than that, I'm great. That was supposed to make you laugh. Now I can just picture you worrying about me all over again. But really, I'll be okay. I got in good with one of the gang leaders here, Big Taran, and he's treating me alright. And the salvager who flies here from Kadara said she can bring me supplies, if I have the credits. Bet I'm better off than you, scooping dust from a busted planet. Hang in there, okay? Life right now might be a little rough, but we're just backstage. Our time in the spotlight is coming. Salvage Team 13, The Vagabonds, Log 25. Login, Caitlin Perot. I've never been so wrong in my life. To think I almost killed Baxter. Dear God, I could have got the whole team killed. All those Ket soldiers and ships we keep running into, they were following the signal we used to track the lockers from the Solarian Ark. Our equipment and tags were like a goddamn lighthouse for them. Baxter took Marcus's shotgun and blew a hole in the transceiver just as a huge Ket ship appeared right over our position. I shot Baxter in the leg before I realized he'd just saved all our lives. Once we got to shelter, Marcus splinted the leg, and I offered Baxter one hell of an apology, plus a contract. I think he said, thank you. I'm stitching his Vagabond's patch onto his gear myself. Least I can do. We'll stick to using Baxter's equipment from now on. It'll be harder for the Initiative to track us, but harder for the Ket too. We'll be okay. We just need to stick together. End log.
The locker contains personal items. It is registered to the Parcero.
Parcero? This is from the Solarian Ark.
Maybe its owner is back in the Nexus.
It looks like a salvage team is hunting down these lockers, meaning there's more. Worth following up.
Progress report. Checking in, like you asked. Found a decent batch of helium-3 soil here. Think we can mine this for another week at least. Might even be enough for Krex to finish the first one. Feel free to take what we have to the base. Passcode is data corrupted.
This Krex must be in charge of mining helium-3. He's the one we need to stop.
The passcode is still incomplete, Pathfinder. I require one more fragment.
That's really stupid.
Tasted alright. Until my throat closed up.
Another data pad nearby, Pathfinder.
Hit him now.
Message for Krex. Look, asshole, you can harass me all you want, but it won't make my guys work any faster. You'll get your helium-3 soil when we're good and finished. You want to ship this back to the base yourself? Fine, but leave my team alone. Passcode is data corrupted.
Sam, you get that fragment?
I've completed the passcode, Pathfinder, marking the XL base in your system.
Good. Let's put an end to whatever Krex is doing.
A from Kadara. Hey Kellogg, the gang here has a bet going, and we need you to settle it. This Krex guy we keep hearing about, ask him if he's a real scientist and see how he reacts. Like, he's Krogan, right? Don't they have brains the size of walnuts or something? Have you actually seen him work? Can he count above 10? Ah! Okay, but seriously, you have to tell me what he's like. I hear he's a nightmare to work with. Come back soon so we can hear all the stories. Holy shit! We got to try out those Hydras today. I can't believe you left before they arrived. Shit, Caleb, if you could see them in action. With these babies in our lineup, we'll stomp the Collective for sure. Hey, I wonder if you could get a few for H-047C. I bet they'd kick some serious ass in low G. Maybe you could give Krex an epic punch right in the quad. If you do, take a picture for me. Just go for it. We all see the way you stare at Kessia. From the way you two talk, it sounds like you knew each other on Kadara. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess you came here for her. Just ask her out. You were one of the best smugglers on Kadara, and now you're sitting pretty on a big score from this venture. If that's not most eligible bachelorette material, I don't know what is. Besides, for a Turian, you're not half bad looking. She likes you, trust me. Do us all a favor and close the deal with Kessia. We're sick of you mooning over her.
Heard a weird rumor. Security on the Nexus was eyeing someone in supply? Something about a drop date?
That's interesting. If someone were involved in that, they'd probably move the drop.
Someone could do that, yeah. And you're welcome.
Don't look down, guys. That must be the base the Exiles mentioned.
I got some upgrades for your sidearm lying around. Interested?
Good, thanks.
If you're worried about the cost,
I said I'm good.
don't be a shit, Costa. You don't have to like me to accept that I want to keep you alive. You live, I live. That's how it goes.
Fair. Hook me up.
I think we're done.
You can use the passcode on the door to the second dome, Pathfinder.
Soil centrifuge. This device is used to separate helium-3 from irradiated soil. No records of this contraption are found in any database. It was likely invented by the Exiles.
That takes care of Krex and his people. But what were they up to?
I detect an audio log nearby, Pathfinder. It may give you the information you need.
I don't want excuses, Krex. The dust on the surface isn't enough. If I want to take these initiative colonies out, we'll need a hell of a lot more helium-3. I know that remnant tiller in the conservatory will work. Get it running. Elora out.
They wanted to attack the colonies. But it sounds like they couldn't activate some sort of remnant tiller. Sam?
An active remnant tiller would expose more soil to radiation, increasing helium-3 production exponentially. If my calculations are correct, this planet could fuel Nexus ships for an estimated 368 years.
Our Milky Way supply will run out eventually. Now we won't have to worry. We need to get that tiller up and running.
I've marked the remnant conservatory on your display.
If Elora had mined enough helium-3 to bomb the colonies...
I advise against hypotheticals, Pathfinder. I've alerted the Nexus to the situation. Patrols will be stationed around this planet to ensure the helium-3 remains in your control.
Still, if I ever meet this Elora, we're having a chat.
Regarding your question, thanks for coming to me first with this. It'll be tough since H-047C is practically an asteroid field, but if anyone can pilot a ship through that mess, it's my crew. I'll get you what you need. I'll have to double my rates because of the risk involved, I'm sure you understand. But I promise you, in 2 weeks you'll be walking around with a shiny new toy. Hope you use it well. Hey kiddo. I know you'll yell at me for messaging you. Yeah, maybe I'll get in trouble. I don't care. Morta can kiss my ass. You really should see the colony, Krex. We've done all right for ourselves. Good protection, a great deal with the Angara in charge, even scientists working on agriculture. You'd like it here. Vorin asks about you sometimes. Says if you want to come back, there's a place in his lab for you. It has to be better than whatever you're doing over there. Just think about it, okay? Barak. Regarding, we need to do something. Look, I don't know any more than you do, but who else do we follow? Sloane, who takes more than her share of the score? Some charlatan joker we've never even seen? I'll take my chances with an overambitious child. Just lay low and do what she says. We'll find a way to stack the cards in our favor, and we'll take over before it's too late and we have the Nexus swooping down to tear us to pieces.
Used to be a cop. I didn't think that was a thing you stopped being.
Depends on whether you ever really started.
So you sucked at it.
Shut up, Nix. any family involved in the First Contact War?
How could this topic possibly help?
It's small talk.
Small talk is nice weather, not did your elder shoot my grandpa?
Sam, how do we get the tiller working?
I detect a console deeper inside. You may be able to hack that observer machine, Pathfinder.
Looks like we need an observer for this.
Glad we've got support.
It's nice when they're not trying to kill us.
Its protocols are limited, but it will perform simple tasks for you via your scanner.
Remnant. We can lay low or take them on. Stay alert. There'll be more.
That'll show 'em.
Looks like there's a trick to this interface. Let's figure it out. Destroyer! This could get ugly. This could get ugly. That must be the console to start the tiller. getting better at this.
Multiple mechanisms activating. The remnant tiller is online. Within years, helium-3 production will increase dramatically.
Send Tan the good news. We have fuel. Let's get back to the surface. Doesn't seem different up here. You sure we activated the tiller?
The mechanisms are deep underground, so the effects are not visible. Within months, you'll begin to see a dramatic increase in helium-3 production.
Not bad for a planet we wrote off.
Watch those claws, Vetra. Got a couple jabs during deployment.
Yes, and?
Taking her up. Where to next, Pathfinder?
Ryder, Vetra wanted you to check in when you can.
To Ryder, from Vetra. Sid. Ryder, an encrypted message came from Sid. Says she wants to talk to us. Sounds urgent. Going to need you for this one, so swing by when you can. Vetra.
Damn it, Sid.
What's going on?
I get influence with power players, only to have it squandered by a sister calling in favors under my name. Do you know she got the genome for... oh, what is it? Cats. Pulled from storage. 1, there's no place to grow anything right now. 2, it seems they aren't even a food. So why?
Lots of people love cats. They make them happy.
I don't think we're in a position to put amusement over necessities. She just doesn't think. Tries to help everyone, damn the consequences. And she thinks what we do is so exciting, but doesn't really understand what it takes.
How can she, when you keep trying to shield her from your work?
I just didn't want her to grow up before she had to, like I did.
She's shown she's ready. Trust that. You can't protect her forever.
But what if she gets herself into another mess? What if she gets hurt?
She'll have you to watch her back.
I hate it when you're right. She's going to go her own way, no matter what I do. If she does it without my help, she'll run into even worse trouble. Thanks for helping me with this. I swear, my sister isn't going to drag us into an ambush again.
Probe away. We've got a crater.
This ancient impact crater contains traces of radioactive material, element 0, and metals not found naturally on the planet.
Deploying probe. I found something.
Noondri is no stranger to eruptions, but this particularly massive explosion may offer special insight into the planet's geology.
Probe away. Anomaly found.
Crevasse. This narrow canyon is startlingly deep. A river of magma rich with minerals runs at the base, and alien technology, possibly old Angaran facilities, lines the walls. This must be the source of the planet's element 0.
Deploying probe. Anomaly found.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
The Moshai said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story, but in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Ket launched their assault. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
The Moshai said you'd want to hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
The enemy uses confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival?
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
The Ket lured your people into a false friendship.
It worked. A month later, our council disappeared. Our city was thrown into chaos. And when the Ket came again, it was to conquer us at our weakest. They're cunning. They know what you desire and they offer it. Be careful.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
I picked up this figure earlier. It might be Angaran.
This is unfamiliar to me. It does resemble an Angara, but it looks so strange. It's clearly centuries old. Is it an artistic interpretation, or is this what we really look like? Implications. Pathfinder, you may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
Does that win me any points?
I'd say you're getting there.
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing is beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
Because of you, it won't disappear completely.
Yes, I can be determined.
I admire it.
You say that now.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
Talk to the governor. She wants this to work as much as we do.
I'd rather avoid that if we can resolve it ourselves. If you find time, please speak with Sorvis.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything. Sorvis Len sent another complaint about being threatened. I need someone to sort this out.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a ket. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
Governor Shai is on our side. She'll know what to do.
You're right. We need to solve this problem together. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Tan immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.